Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Mayor. Welcome, members of the community. This is a really important time of year for us and for the shelter community. As you know, winter happens every year in Wisconsin, as much as we don't want it to, and it gets cold. And so we're happy again this year to be working in coordination across the city in connection with a number of different organizations, with the city, with the county, coming together to try to provide warming spaces for those that are currently unhoused to make sure that lives are saved, people are warm, and bellies are full. So again, I'm really proud to be a part of this network, and Guest House is really proud to be a part of this network. It wouldn't happen without all of us, and so I just really appreciate everybody's support as we go into this. I also want to thank just the staff that work in the warming rooms. A lot of people don't really understand everything that they have to go through and situations they may have to diffuse or whatever. And so just want to give a big shout out to those that make these warming room schedules possible. So I'm proud to introduce our mayor, and he's going to come up and talk a little bit about sort of the system overwide. So, Mayor Johnson.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much, Steve, for inviting us back over to the Best House. I'm here today to talk about something that's incredibly important for the city of Milwaukee, and that is our commitment to ending homelessness and providing support to those in our community who need that support, especially as we head into the colder months here in our community. As you may know, the Milwaukee Continuum of Care, which recently had a rebrand, a rename, called the Milwaukee Housing and Homelessness Coalition. It's a collaborative effort between a number of partners, the city, the county, a network of dedicated community partners who are working together to end homelessness right here in our city. And this is a year-round effort. I think folks may be aware of that, but with winter approaching, it's especially important. It's especially critical to ensure that our unhoused neighbors have a safe and a warm place to stay. So starting on November 25th, 2024, and extending through March 31st of 2025, we're expanding our winter warming shelters to provide overnight shelter, to provide warmth and support to those in our community who need those services the most. These sites will not only offer life-saving shelter from the elements, from the cold, but they'll also provide, as Steve mentioned, hot meals, thanks to partners like Street Angels as well as St. Vincent de Paul. Beyond shelter and meals, individuals will have access to referrals to other community resources, helping them to make sure they take the next steps in rebuilding their lives. So I'm proud to say that we have several warming shelters available all across Milwaukee. They include this place, the Guest House of Milwaukee, located at 1216 North 13th Street, Unity Lutheran Church at 1025 East Oklahoma Avenue, St. Ben's at 930 West State Street, Repairs of the Breach, located at 1335 West Fleet, Rescue Mission at 830 North 19th Street. These sites, they'll be a lifeline for many, providing safety, providing security, providing warmth during the coldest months of the year that we have in Milwaukee. So I want to be clear, this is a community-wide effort. It's not just the city, it's our partners all together that work to make this happen for the people who need it the most in our community. And it'll take all of those partners in order to make the difference that we need to have here. So I want to thank the Winter Warming Planning Committee, which is a dedicated group of partners from across the city who've been working on these plans since late spring. So this is, again, a year-round process, and they've been working diligently for so many months, and I want to thank them for their work. The hard work that they've done and their commitment are truly, truly what makes this possible. If you want to help, if you want to get involved, I encourage you to visit www.milwaukeecoc.com. I'll repeat that again. It's www.milwaukeecoc.com. So whether you're interested in volunteering, donating, or spreading the word, there are many ways that you can support this vital work to help to make sure that every person in Milwaukee has a safe place to sleep this winter season. Together, we can ensure that no one in our city, not a single person in our entire community, has to face the cold without a warm, welcoming place to turn to. So I want to thank you for your continued support and commitment to our neighbors who need it the most right here in Milwaukee. Steve, I'll turn it back to you.
Thank you, Mayor Johnson. I now want to bring up Nancy Estevez, who's going to be talking a little bit more about the finer details of warming this year.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nancy Estevez. I work with Institute for Community Alliances, but I also work on the warming committee, and I will be overseeing more of the logistical pieces for staffing this year. I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to each one of you for joining us today. On behalf of the Milwaukee Coalition on Housing and Homelessness, also known as the Milwaukee Continuum of Care, I'd like to express our deep appreciation to our partners who have remained steadfast in their commitment to supporting individuals experiencing homelessness. During the harsh winter of 2023-2024 season, Milwaukee warming shelters served over 1,100 men, women, and children, ensuring they had a safe and warm place to stay throughout the brutal winter months. We welcomed individuals from all walks of life, including children under the age of 18, seniors over 60, young men, women, and everyone in between. Each night, these individuals had the opportunity to escape dangerous or unsavory situations and find emergency shelter overnight, allowing them to rest and protect themselves from the outside elements. We take immense pride not only in our organization's efforts, but also in our role as a dedicated community partner. The quality of care we provide to these vulnerable individuals would not be possible without the unwavering support of our partners who will also serve as emergency shelters this winter. As the mayor already mentioned, the Guest House of Milwaukee, St. Ben's, Unity Lutheran, Repairs of the Breach, Tippy Canoe, the Rescue Mission, and Joy House, who so graciously will once again open their doors to the populations they serve. Their willingness to provide safe havens ensures that everyone can be sheltered from the harsh winter conditions. Our community's resilience during these challenging times is a testament to our collective ability to provide care. We would like to express our gratitude to Milwaukee County, United Way, the City of Milwaukee, the Department of Health and Human Services, and the Greater Milwaukee Foundation for their invaluable assistance in securing funding for these warming centers this winter. Without the dedicated financial support for warming shelters, our efforts to assist those in need would not be possible. We truly thank you for your generosity and commitment. We also want to acknowledge the incredible work done by Street Angels in St. Vincent de Paul, Crosswords in Harambe, as well as Hunger Task Force for their daily provision of warm meals, ensuring that our guests don't have to spend a single night without food. Your compassion and service to our community makes a significant difference. I cannot express enough how important it is to recognize my peers who have tirelessly worked over the past year to make this warming season as seamless as possible. It is an honor to collaborate with such dedicated advocates of this cause, and I deeply appreciate the effort and passion each of you brings to our mission to keep individuals safe indoors. I'd like to inform everyone that starting Monday, November 25th, our warming shelters will begin to open their doors to those in need, with a staggered schedule prioritizing individuals who are confirmed unsheltered. Each shelter will be available to the public starting at 7 p.m. and will remain open until 7 a.m. the following morning. We encourage everyone who finds themselves outside during the winter to seek refuge at one of the warming sites mentioned. For those of you who may be doubled up or staying temporarily with friends, we advise you to remain where you are while visiting our in-reach locations for further information and support. Should you find yourselves in need of emergency shelter, those doors will open at 8 p.m. Our priority remains with individuals who have been displaced and are facing the dire conditions of sleeping outdoors in tents, cars, or other vulnerable situations. As always, we face significant challenges when it comes to funding. We invite you to visit our website at milwaukeecoc.com, where you can find additional information and discover ways to contribute to our cause. Whether it's through a financial donation or by purchasing items from our Amazon wish list, every contribution counts. Your support plays an essential role in improving the lives of those we serve. In a time filled with uncertainty and strife, we must stand united in our commitment to support our most vulnerable populations. Thank you all once again for being present and for your support.
Thank you, Nancy. I do want to point out we have some information here on the demographics of who was in warming last year. So for those of you interested in some of those demographic pieces of information, that is all up here for you as well. Next, I want to introduce Beth Lappin, who leads a lot of county outreach efforts here to talk about their role in the warming process.
Thank you, Steve, and thank you, everyone, also for being here. My name again is Beth Lappin. I am the supervisor of our homeless outreach team at Milwaukee County DHHS Housing Services. I've been serving in this role for approximately 2 years, and it is with great pride that I say we are not out there doing the work alone. Our team is one of 2 other funded teams with community advocates and outreach community health centers, as well as the partnership with our volunteer teams, Street Angels, and Street Life. We are visiting individuals where they are sleeping during the day, but also overnight. While many of you are enjoying the warmth and comfort of your home, our street outreach workers are going out in the middle of the night to look for them, to meet them, to find out their information, and to help them find their fastest path towards housing. Housing doesn't go quickly. It can take some time. There are not enough resources to assist all the individuals in need. We have seen an increase in homelessness this year. I'm sure you've noticed in your own neighborhoods that there are more and more individuals in need finding themselves in this desperate situation. It is our hope to help all of those people, but these warming centers will absolutely help bridge that gap. It will save their lives in the middle of winter, and it gives us a resource to give to them in the middle of the night. 8 or 9 months out of the year, we go and we visit people, and we have to leave them in their homeless situation because there isn't always an immediate resource. This warming season, there will be immediate options for outreach workers. We will be able to provide transportation immediately to warming centers when an individual is willing to accept them. Many people find themselves homeless and remain in their communities. It is so important that we are able to offer warming spaces in other communities throughout our city, not just in our downtown and downtown adjacent locations. People have trouble traveling to and from job sites, friends and family, if we remove them from their communities. Thank you for supporting our efforts here. Donations certainly are always welcome, but even just the understanding and the patience while we work with individuals in their homeless situation. Warming centers do not end an individual's episode of homelessness. It is housing that does that. We are also in great need of landlords who are willing to open their doors, open their units to individuals who might not have the best rental history, who might be turning over a new leaf. Thank you.
Thank you, Beth. Again, the resources that are available are all listed at MilwaukeeCoc.com. You can also call 211. We've all been working to make sure that the public gets the information that it needs to help as many people as possible. With that, we have no other speakers scheduled, but would welcome any questions. I can hand them off to somebody else too. All right. Well, thank you very much. Like I said, we do have cots in our Keller Center downstairs set up if anybody needs B-roll. There'll be a number of people kind of mingling around if you need backup interviews, anything like that. The demographic sheets are up here, and if you have any other questions about data, information, anything like that, just let us know. Thank you so much, everybody.